Hey there and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a mini but pretty exciting haul. This was very spontaneous. I was not expecting to get either of these and I just came across them. They were both on sale, as is my typical way. And one I have a huge story about, and the other one, it's actually my first from this particular house. So we will get into it. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe or ring the bell so you'll be notified every time I put out a new video. And I will always link my Instagram in the description box below so you can see my scent of the day and just chat more about fragrance. So let's get into it. The first one, I feel like many of you can agree, there was a good time maybe earlier this year, but in general, that there were so many reviewers and people online just absolutely loving this fragrance, and they all tended to pretty much say the same thing about it as well, which I found interesting. And the fragrance in question is Dolce Gabbana's Garden Eau de Parfum. And what I found was a lot of people in general, a lot of female reviewers tend to be gourmand lovers, and they had said that they were, you know, they had always ignored this because it just seemed like a complete simple floral, and they weren't interested, but it actually had, you know, coconutness to it, and it has vanilla and some other stuff that people really loved. So they actually ended up really loving it. And for me, it kind of was that same thing, except for I actually love florals, but there was just something about the bottle really that never drew me to it. And then it just got hyped up to the point where I'm like, oh, I don't know, is it really worth it? And I continued to ignore it and just thought I would really never pick it up. And when I saw it on sale, I thought, you know, let's not judge a perfume by how much hype it's getting, because I've done that before and then I end up really liking them, or even if I don't, I won't know until I try it. So here is what it looks like. I am also not the biggest fan of the bottle itself and the packaging, obviously, but that doesn't really matter. And the notes are white flowers, mandarin, magnolia, neroli, frangipani, ylang ylang, coconut, vanilla, almond milk, and woods. The main notes that interest me are coconut and almond milk. Those I find super interesting. I love when they are in fragrance. And I do really like white florals as well, especially when there's like some of those tropical type florals like frangipani or ylang ylang in there. So, I mean, it sounds completely up my alley. I don't know what it is that, well, I do know, but I don't know why I waited so long. So I'm really hoping that I do like it, because it's hyped up in my mind for sure. So I mean, if it's just going to be like your run-of-the-mill floral, I will still be disappointed because it's just so talked about. So let's see. Okay, definitely floral, sweet and floral. I definitely get like a beachiness to it that isn't sunscreen-like or pool-type fragrance, just like a beachy floral, those kinds of florals that you'll find, you know, when you're in the Caribbean or like on a beach vacation. That's what I mean by beachy floral. Not that it's sunscreen-like or, yeah, anything like a pool-type fragrance like Beach by Bobbi Brown, not that way, but the florals that kind of evoke beach-type environments, like that ylang ylang. I definitely also get vanilla, and I know it's in the base notes, but there is a like vanilla-y note to it. I don't personally get that much coconut, at least right now in the opening. I'm not getting a lot of coconut. I don't know if it's really pronounced on other people, but on me in the opening, there's a touch of it, like a small smidge, but maybe it'll develop throughout the video, and obviously I need to wear it more, but I get a little bit of that. I do get like a vanilla-y type scent, and then beachy florals. It's nice. It definitely is nice. I'm not disappointed. It's not your absolute run-of-the-mill floral. It doesn't just smell like every other floral out there, but based on first impressions, it's nice. It's not blowing me away. So I will play around with it more. I think I'm happy I don't hate it. Obviously, for a blind buy since they're both blind buys, but I think I just need to play around with it some more and see if, for me, it's kind of, you know, good and great, but not amazing. It's not one where, like, I'll smell it and all of a sudden be taken aback. Like I was with Parfait de Rose by Maison Lancôme. That I smelled and I was, you know, took my breath away kind of scent. This isn't that, but I do like it. And it does, at least on my skin, the vanilla is quite pronounced straight off the bat, which I, as you guys know, I'm trying to get more into vanilla and finding kind of my dream vanilla. And I haven't found it yet, obviously. And this isn't like a vanilla-centric fragrance, but yeah, it's nice. I feel like I'm getting more coconut now. I will just let it play on my skin. We will get to the other fragrance and then I will obviously put both of these in order. But in general, first impressions, I do like it. Didn't blow my socks off, but I do definitely like it. Then the other one's actually a men's fragrance that I will be hopefully wearing myself, but it is my first of the house and it is kind of surprising even to myself that this is the case, but I have never owned a Chanel fragrance ever. I have obviously tried many throughout the years. I think Chanel No. 5, the Eau de Toilette, I believe, that has that magnetic cap. I think it's the Eau de Toilette. That's kind of in like a long rectangular bottle with a magnetic cap. I actually really like that and I often spray it in stores. And that probably would be one that I would just buy full price one day. I've just been putting it off, but I do really like that. And Chanel 19 Poudre, I think is what it's called. I have enjoyed that as well. But I don't know what it is. I mean, Chanel isn't like a fragrance you really find it obviously at discount websites, because I've heard the house just kind of doesn't like that sort of thing. So you don't find them on sale on those websites. And then full price, for whatever reason, for however many hundreds of fragrances I have, I've never owned a full bottle. So this is my first Chanel and it's a men's fragrance, which I just happened upon. I was literally picking this up for sale and I saw this next to it and I decided to bite the bullet and pick it up. Complete blind buy. Allure, the Eau de Toilette by Chanel. And the notes I found on the Chanel website were mandarin, coriander, cedar, tonka, labdanum, and black pepper. So I wouldn't say I'm worried, but it's definitely out of my comfort zone. Not because it's a men's fragrance, because I own and love many, but really because of the notes. Coriander and black pepper in particular, I am not a fan, especially of black pepper and pink pepper. They tend to not agree with me on my skin. Coriander sometimes, but in general, I think it's safe to say this is out of my comfort zone. So definitely exciting to try, but this is what it looks like and we will try it on my skin and see how I feel. I hope at the very least, even if I'm not, you know, blown away, I don't hate it, because it's my first Chanel, but we will see. Oh, okay. Wow, it's got a very citrusy, fresh opening, which I wasn't expecting, because the only citrus note was mandarin, and nothing from the notes, at least that I saw, evoked a freshness really, other than mandarin, I suppose. But it's definitely citrusy, fresh in its opening, and woody, like a cedar wood. I don't know, slightly like wet woods. It's spiced without being spicy. I don't find it to be particularly, I don't know, like stinging spicy to the nose. I really like it. I was not expecting that. I don't get any tonka vanilla notes to it. Again, that might develop more so in the dry down. I would love if it gets a little bit creamier in the dry down. I don't get that kind of sting that black pepper can bring to fragrances on my skin. I'm not getting that. I would hope that I don't also get it in the dry down, but usually if black pepper is going to bother me, it bothers me from the get-go. Like from first spray, first impressions, I know if a black pepper or pink pepper note is going to bother me, and it's not so far. it's definitely a lot fresher than I was expecting. To my nose, this could be one of like, I mean, I really love Acqua di Parma. I don't want to compare them in that way, but this could very easily be in that range, like a slightly darker fragrance in Acqua di Parma, because it's so citrus fresh, and woody, obviously, and woody, but a lot fresher than I thought, which is great because I was so worried that it was going to be so deep and bitter and spicy that it would just not agree with me. I really do like this. I mean, I'm not the best at saying what's unisex because for me, almost everything is to my particular taste. However, I would say this is somewhat unisex. It's definitely, I don't know, it's got a touch of like Terre d'Hermès. The Eau de Toilette by Terre d'Hermès is definitely a men's marketed cologne that I know some women wear. I wear it, and I would say that's even slightly more masculine leaning than Allure Homme. This is a little more fresh, and a lot of like men's Acqua di Parmas I think are completely unisex because of that citrusy freshness. So wow, I really do like this. I'm coming back right now because as I was moving this arm, actually, I was getting wafts of this, and it's incredible how much it's changed within like these couple of minutes, because now when I smell it, I get so much more of a creamy, like coconut, vanilla, like something very creamy, lactonic. Oh, I guess it does have almond milk. It's so pronounced now, where I feel like the floral arrangement that I was getting at the start, which I did definitely enjoy, but made it a little bit more simple of a fragrance, or I don't know, like easier to wear of a fragrance, something more expectable, I would say. It's really changed now. It's become a lot more lactonic, very creamy. Vanilla I was always getting, but now it's even more pronounced, and I'm actually getting coconut. I love it. This is really, really nice now. I definitely get the appeal. I also think I would easily agree with the note that a lot of other reviewers have made, that Garden was not the best marketing name for this fragrance, because it just doesn't lean so much in that category. This does not smell like a Garden the way Flora Botanica does, or even a lot of Chloe fragrances would do. This is not that. It's definitely more of a creamy, honestly kind of gourmand lactonic flavor to it for it to be named Garden. Wow, this is hard. Honestly, I always like to put my fragrances in order, especially when I'm hauling them, as you guys know, but this is, I'm finding really difficult to choose a first and second favorite, because they have both really impressed me and both surprised me, because I was worried for both, I'll be quite honest. I would say a very, very slight lead to Dolce Garden, only because it surprised me even within this video, within the straight opening and the slight, I guess, heart right now. It's really, really surprised me, and I'm interested in wearing this more, but this is like right next. This has really surprised me as well. It's super beautiful, I think unisex, and I cannot wait to wear and try both. Of course, they will be in an upcoming second impressions video whenever I get to it, but I really hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely let me know in the comments below which one of these you've tried, if you've tried either, if you're interested. I love to hear from you guys, and as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!